not believe who our Taste of the Week is. However, he is a renowned Nigerian actor, director, and producer. Yes, there are many of them. With a career spanning decades in the Nigerian film industry. Now, you see, it's narrower. He was born in 1954. You see, it's even narrower now. And he has featured in numerous films and TV shows.
Both in Yoruba and in English.
Yeah, I'm not sure of Pidgin yet, but he's been in Ti Oluwanele, a figurine, and there was a sitcom back in time. Yes. You know, do you remember the name Ogabelu? That generation. He's here. Please welcome Prince Jide Kosoko.
Dr. Gyang.
Good afternoon.
What was the name of that series at that time with Awagabelo and the rest of them?
Awada Keri Keri.
Awada Keri Keri. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir.
Even she was shocked.
Join together.
He's an awadist.
Awadist.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
How have you been?
So far, so good. We thank God.
I know that he has been very well because I see him in a lot of movies.
And I also saw him on Isbeyu recently.
Oh, that stupid boy.
Asking the most ridiculous questions. How did it feel?
Being with him?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. In fact, I enjoyed it.
I saw you in Scourge, because I watched Scourge yesterday.
Yes.
Only for me to get into the studio today and see you in 7 Doors.
Yes. 7 Doors.
First of all, we'll talk about 7 Doors in a bit, but tell us, from the days of Awada Keri Keri, and I'm sure you have nostalgic memories of those days, getting into it, and seeing what is happening today. What is your perception? How does it feel knowing that our stories are now being told in amazing ways? Back in time, you only saw films on Jabako Cinema, Casino Cinema, and the rest of them. Now, you actually go to the cinemas to watch Nigerian films. How does it feel?
Well, we thank God for it, but you cannot erase what used to happen then, because it is still the same cinema culture. That was when we actually started it. At a point, we lost it because of this video. Yes, because of what did they call it then? When Naira was devalued, and it became so difficult to raise dollars for post-production outside Nigeria. So that was when we resorted to shooting home videos. So it went down. But now I am so happy that it's springing up again.
It's the frequency of them that actually appeals to me. I remember back in time, you'd remember the Hubert Ogunde's series. He had a series of films then, and I won't forget a particular soundtrack.
That is in Aye.
Sorry?
Aye.
Aye. And then there was Jaye Simi.
That was Jaye Simi.
And then
that was Ayomo.
There was Hanyomo. Then there was Adilov's series as well.
Of course, yes, Taxi Driver.
All in cellular. And then Baba Salah came with
Mushebola,
and the rest of them. But there weren't so many in those days. But now it's like almost in fact, Nigerian films are the doyen, if I can say, of movies in almost every part of the world today.
Exactly.
That's what I'm asking you. How does that feel? What good do you think we've been able to milk the benefits of that?
I wouldn't say so, but at least we are getting close. We are getting close to it. It's just unfortunate that streaming companies like Netflix are leaving, but we expect that so many others are equally coming.
Well, what's
Do you
interesting?
know why they're leaving?
No, they're not.
Not living actually, but I think they
Just
don't want to
renegotiating their
do
processes.
Netflix original again. So if you have your movie and it's good enough, they will still take it.
But they won't give you money to go and do
That
films
is
anymore.
what they're avoiding now.
Okay,
And they must have their reasons for doing that anyway. But I can tell you that things are changing for good. It's good that most of the guys we trained are doing far better than us now. In fact, we are even trying to run and meet up with the standard of things they are doing.
I know.
Look at the likes of Funke Akindele, Kunle Afolayan, and look at Femi Adebayo with these 7 doors. I mean, they are changing the narrative.
I'm coming back to that 7
Yes.
doors because it's star-studded. My over, as we say in local parlance, my over is gasted and my flabber is whelmed. But we'll come back to that. Talk to us about the entry level into the movies today. Back in time, the bars were very low. I'm not sure if the bar has been raised now on how those who get into
The industry.
into your industry.
Yes, it's what if an industry is good enough? Yes, you see people coming in, and a lot of investors are equally coming in too. And so we are getting there. That's what I said. We are getting there. Things are changing for good. In those days, when we started, you will not see anybody trying to associate with us. No, they won't. They don't even see us as anything. Even the academicians, those who are the thespians in the universities, they don't want to liaise with us. They say, what are they? What we do? We are doing nonsense. But today, we are joined together. Both the down and the town.
What thrills me the most is that there's plenty of talk about collaborations
Yes.
with Hollywood. And how come we have not heard your name in that area yet?
Well,
Because you are one of the oldest in this industry.
thank you. We are still on it. But don't forget that our children, those ones we trained, are already doing it.
They are.
Ordinarily, if I've worked with the ministry, by now I should have been retired.
True.
So what we are doing is giving enough backups. But I'm not retired. I'm not tired yet. And they will still continue to fight.
You can't.
But if it's any encouragement, I know a lot of Americans, this is what I know for a fact, who just sit down and watch Nigerian movies from morning till night, from night till morning.
Because our stories are original. And we tell the stories in our own way. So like we used to discuss among ourselves, we only need to sell ourselves. We cannot compete with them with the kind of productions they do.
Yeah.
So we have to tell our own story in our own way. And now that we are even going deeper into historical things, into epics.
It's that epic angle that caught me about 7 Doors, and the fact that it married the modern and ancient times. It was kind of set in the 70s, right?
Yes.
Because I saw in the opening session of
It's old school, 70s.
yes, old school 70s and then the fellow, the conversation transits into the village.
Have you watched?
I've seen episodes 1 to 3
You have seen
up
it.
until past midnight. And I was telling myself I'll watch, and then when I knew that somebody is, I gotta see this now.
Yes.
And I couldn't stop. In fact, we were about having conversations this morning. I was still watching it, and it's difficult to put down. And that's
Honestly, the truth is that 7 Door is changing the narrative in Nollywood. It's not just, it's not a Yoruba-based story per se. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a Yoruba-based story, but it accommodates other languages.
Yeah.
And you can see the intrigues, all the intrigues. When you heard about 7 doors, what were you thinking?
Doors.
7 doors, just doors. You want to buy 7 doors, or you want to get into a place that you need to open 7 doors? I will not give her anything, because she may not even want that to know what the 7 doors are.
I will watch it. Don't worry.
You need to watch it.
You have to.
Earlier you said we are the ones to tell our own stories.
Yes.
How well do you think we're doing that now that we have decided to do that?
It's a gradual thing. You see, I continue to tell people that even up till now, even though we started, say, 75, 76 years, 70, in 1970 something to date, we are still new in the industry as far as I'm concerned, compared to when India or America started. So we are
a 1926 movie of India. 1926 movie. I think it was our best.
You know what that means? And we are doing it's something we do on our own, privately.
Yes.
No government
Help.
involvement.
Plus infrastructure. NEPA.
Nothing. So we thank God that gradually governments, they are beginning to understand what we are talking about.
The National Theatre is on stream now. What's your take on that? How effective? Because I remember growing up in the 80s.
That was our main base.
Yes. You had to just go under that tree. You just have to go on that tree. Something just had to happen, and that's where artists, actors were recruited for stage plays, which are more prominent in those days and stuff like that. Even for commercials, TV commercials and all. But that was the infrastructure of the day, right? How efficient do you see that playing now?
You mean National Theatre, the edifice itself?
Yeah.
Well, it's undergoing some sorts of new construction. Should I say construction?
You don't look too impressed by that.
Because I still don't get it. For how many years will they renovate the National Theatre? And it used to be the #1 edifice.
Yeah.
The cultural center that we all know.
Yeah.
But look at what is happening now. I'm even happy that private organizations are putting up structures, for cinemas. And it's good enough.
Okay.
But I just pray that there is a way even local government can assist us. Let them just put small community cinemas that can take 100, 200 people. We have a lot to offer.
Leading me to this question of Nollywood.
Nollywood,
There are those who say that, the integration of the northern theater practitioners to the Nigerian, so to speak, industry is slow or almost not happening as significantly as it should. What's your take on that?
Especially when you talk of this Nollywood thing, I don't subscribe to it. It's not necessary. How many wood do they have in India or America? There is no need for that. We have, let me say this. Some people will tell you the history of Nollywood. They will say it started in 1970. Is that correct? No, they will say it started in 1992, when we have films since 1970s, commercial films. Adaniugu was the first commercially successful movie in this country.
Yes.
That was in 1976.
Now,
because a production now came, even in video, in 1992, we now say that is where we started from. That is not the issue. But the argument is, we have all agreed to that name, Nollywood. We should all stick to it.
okay.
So you think that should also be included in Nollywood and no separation?
There should be no separation. But I don't know why these guys, decided to do that anyway. And they get a lot of sponsors from their people, you know, unlike even the Nollywood itself.
Of course.
But the truth is, we don't need to separate. They have Kannywood, we have Nollywood, and we will now say, okay, Yoruba wood or what?
Yoruba wood.
Okay. It would seem like, okay, you wanted to ask.
Yes. The stage is part of all this, and it also seems to be coming back. What do you think is responsible for that?
Things are changing. The entertainment industry is taking over the economy of this country.
There's no
And
doubt
it's
about
taking
that.
it over for good. And that is why you see that every aspect of the entertainment industry is coming up again. Yes, I was on stage yesterday. I was on stage yesterday with the investors, you know, and the crowd, the audience, I mean, was good enough.
People are going out
People
again.
are really going out for it, and I'm happy about it.
Absolutely.
So that is it. It is not compulsory that when you are an actor on stage, you should be an actor in the film. But you can do everything together at the same time.
It would seem, friends, that Seven Doors is a melting pot for cultures.
That's right. That's right.
It's a melting pot of different cultures.
That's good.
How does that play for you?
Yes, I got to understand that Femi has been on this story. Femi Adebayo has been on this, on writing this script for a long time. This is about the night edition of that script that he was able to put in place. And if you watch that movie carefully, he's telling a story, he's telling that story to ensure that there is unity. He's preaching unity, apart from the various story, like the intrigues, the story itself.
The various doors.
The various doors. Yes, you see, it's a marriage of love and tradition.
Yeah.
What is the position of love when we are talking of tradition? That is 7 doors for you. But those 7 doors, that man need to cross the 7 doors to be able to achieve and unite his people.
Meanwhile, the number one door. Meanwhile, the number one door has
The
started
number
protesting.
1 door is not happy with other doors.
Please don't.
This is all very cryptic. Very cryptic.
Okay. But there's something I've also seen
The
of
number one
Nigerian
door.
films. Man. Oh, God. You just have to say, I can't wait to finish it. I can't wait. But there's something that I've also seen. I am a critical critic of Nigerian films. I was looking for errors. In fact, the point where there was some kind of problem, we've shown it on air now, where trees, where wood logs were falling.
That was very perfect. I was looking at it myself. In fact, I stayed glued to my chair to see if I can actually see a fault, a mistake. And it went so
This point.
Look at it. It went so beautiful. Can you see that?
Ouch.
So real, like it's where everyone needs to watch 7 Doors.
7 doors.
But
It's on Netflix.
Photo trick.
It's not photo trick. It's real. Allo Juju say.
yes. Now let's go personal, Prince. There's a look you always bring on screen.
Look.
Yes. You are bringing the face. Oh, by the way, this film came out how long ago?
I think today is Saturday. Yesterday.
Whoa.
Just yesterday on Netflix.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Yes, because he wasn't there 3 nights ago.
Yeah.
I told you I woke up in the night
I've
to watch a
seen
movie.
the cast, Prince. All A-list.
You can only ask who is not part of it.
I'm telling you.
I'm not part of it.
We will invite you next time.
I saw the Ogogo character playing something that many people didn't know he had. He had this chanting voice. But when he was in his prime, people only casted him as some rich guy. Almost all the time. But he had this hunter chant voice that
You have not seen anything yet.
okay, no, anyway. So
We have
this,
talent here.
there is this
A lot of them, you see, they just need someone to take them through the rudiments so that lots of talents we have.
So that they
You are yet to see wonders.
why did you create this look
Which look?
for Jide? This one. This one. You know, when he was saying the construction.
What are they constructing?
you exemplify your roles with such signature look. How important are you even aware that you had this signature look?
Well, I am human. And whatever happens, no matter the role you are taking, an element of yourself will reflect somehow, whether you like it or not. There is no way you can do that.
Is that why you
So
feature
if
more?
you say I'm using my, I don't know, but that's my selling point.
Is that why they cast you in comedy roles sometimes?
I don't know for them.
So what would you say to people like Femi Adebayo, and what's his name now? Kunle Afolayan and the rest. Because Femi Adebayo is a son of a veteran.
Good.
The same way Kunle Afolayan is a son of a veteran who, of course, is late. So what would you be saying to them?
I'm only thanking them, because they keep the legacy there.
Yes.
That is just it.
It must take a lot of courage to do that.
To do what?
To do what they do.
What
Because
are
I
you saying?
don't think it is cheap.
If you see the risk they are taking, imagine Tony. That's just it. They are doing fantastically well, and we appreciate them. And that is why whenever they call us, we are always there for them. Yes, that's the only thing we can do to support them.
Prince Jide Kosoko. We call him Prince because he's from a royal family. That's the Kosoko family, I believe.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Which adds a regal dimension to his persona. I wonder how that was accepted in the palace when he started acting.
How would they accept it? Well, I have said that here before. Accept it. I started precisely when I was 10 years old. I was a rascal myself. No parent even want their children to associate with me.
Yeah.
Kilonjebe. And a lot of beatings. My father will say, "You are a royal prince. You should not be entertaining people.
I wonder.
They should entertain you." My mother on her own is so aggressive, beating every time. But I thank God, even though they were separated at a point, it was my very good self that united them with the same theater.
You see? Thank you very much, Prince.
I say there's an advantage to being rascally sometimes. Don't even answer that question. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Prince Jide Kosoko.
And the Prince closes sunrise for this day. Oh, by the way, Merry Christmas to you.
Same, madam.
And we shall be bringing you our DSS next Saturday. That's our Christmas edition, otherwise known as December Saturday Sunrise.
Sunrise special. You don't even know your own name. Before they put department in your DSS, I don't date there.
No, it's December Sunrise Special. And we have told you all those, at least some of those we expect next week to give us a good time for our Christmas program. So I look forward to seeing you next week. I'm Alero Idu, wishing you all the best until next week.
Am I your Makinde? Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
And go watch 7 Doors.
Thank you.
Bye.